Yo, what's up, YouTube? UFC 328, Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland is today. And I'm going to be giving you guys my predictions from the prelims all the way to the main card. And I'm going to give you guys my lock of the weeks. Let's get into it. To open up the first fight, we have Clayton Carpenter versus Jose Acosta for Ochoa. Both these fighters, pretty decent prospects. Clayton Carpenter has shown, though, that he is just not the prospect we thought he was. Because he was 2-0 coming into the UFC. And he beat Edgar Chairez. But since that, he hasn't really looked good. He's lost to Dagir and to Jafel Fiallo. Jose Ochoa fought a better version of Clayton Carpenter. Clayton Carpenter fights exactly like Cody Durden, just a grappler, just a wrestler, kind of gritty kind of guy. But he always gasses like terribly. And he got beat up by Jafel Fiallo in his last fight. He got Kimura. So, yeah, I don't really think anything of it. Jose Ochoa, although he might be like... No, he's 1-2 in the UFC. He's 1-2 in the UFC. Lost to Asu and he lost to Gunnar. Lost to Gunnar's debut. He looked really good in both those fights before he ended up losing to Asu by decision. But everybody knows Asu just smudged his way to that win. Jose Ochoa did kill Cody Durden, though. And I think Clayton Carpenter's going to follow along the same fate as Cody Durden. Jose Ochoa, he had shown that he doesn't have really good takedown defense. He was getting beat up by Asu, but Asu's a top 5 guy anyways. So, I think he's going to knock him out. I think he's going to knock out Clayton Carpenter round 2. I think he's going to put the pace on Clayton. I think they're going to have a gritty match in the first round. Going to be looking gritty, and then Clayton Carpenter's going to get caught. He's going to start moving, shifty and everything. But Jose Ochoa does have really good Thai boxing and everything. So, I think he's going to knock him out second round. I think second round, Clayton Carpenter goes out, and Jose Ochoa puts himself back on the map. On to the next one. We have Baisangur, 4 days Susarkayev versus Jordan Santos. Jordan Santos, he beat up on Danny Barlow, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he beat up on Danny Barlow. And Danny Barlow was like, everybody was saying Danny Barlow was going to be the next champ. Next champ, Danny Barlow, putting on for everybody. He'd be knocking everybody out. But, yeah, he didn't knock out nobody. Danny Barlow was just, he was a whatever fighter, you know. Everybody glazed him because, he was so good, man. Danny Barlow robbed Nikolai Technikov. He was beating up on everybody. But, nah, he's not that good. Baisangur was losing to Nighttime Nolan, and he was getting beat up by Eric McConico. And Jordan Santos is gritty, man. He's going to put it on you. Although he did lose his debut to Ozzy Diaz. I rewatched that fight. Ozzy Diaz is a killer, man. I think Ozzy Diaz it's gonna be another upset tonight. I think Baisangur loses at 0 to Jordan Santos. I think Jordan Santos beats him up. I think Jordan Santos makes it gritty for 2 rounds, and in that third, that's when Baisangur's gonna be breathing out the mouth, thinking, "Oh, okay, just like how I'm gonna come back, just like how I did." Man, I don't think I think he's gonna be too weak to wrestle Jordan Santos, and his arm's gonna be full of lactic acid. He's gonna be getting beat up. So, yeah, I'm going to go Jordan Santos, knockout round 3. I'm going to go TKO, though. I don't think he's going to knock him flesh out cold. But, yeah, man, Jordan Santos is going to beat it on him. He's going to put it on him. So, yeah, I'm going to knock out round 3. Next one, Pat Sabatini versus William Gomis. Pat Sabatini is on a 3-fight win streak, though. And he's looked good in those 3 wins. After losing to Diego Lopez, he beat JSP. He beat Brito. Brito looked terrible in that fight. He got beat up. They both share the same opponent, though. Brito lost a split to William Gomis. Brito got dominated by Pat Sabatini. I think Pat Sabatini, his win over Chepa was crazy, even though he did get cracked. And William Gomis just hasn't shown that he's that good. I mean, he beat Francis Marshall, but that was Francis Marshall before he hit the peak. That was like almost 3 years ago. And he beat Yanis Gamora, but I'm pretty sure Yanis Gamora made a big deal about that fight. Like, pretty sure it was an early stoppage. I'm pretty sure he got dropped. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that was that one fight where they made a big deal about it. Next fight, he beat Robert Ruchala, and he lost to Hyder Emil before that. But William Gomis just hasn't looked really good at all in any of his fights. He hasn't impressed me to say, he's going to be a future top 5 or a future top 10. Pat Sabatini comes from Philly. I believe he trains at Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Pat Sabatini, I got it sub round 2. I think he's going to drown William Gomis in the first, and he's going to take it on and put that pressure on him and sub him by like arm triangle. He's gonna beat him up. That ground and pound, everything, because he's super strong. We saw him hold down Chepe, and Chepe was beating up these guys. So, yeah, give me Pat Sabatini round 2 sub, man. On the next one, Roman Kopylov versus Marco Matuto Tulio. Marco Tulio, he has not impressed me. He did not impress me. Losing to CLD, and Roman Kopylov seems to be afraid of Brazilians. So, give me Matuto comeback. I don't think he's gonna knock him out. I think he's gonna decision. I think it's gonna be a decision. I think he's gonna beat him up though. It's gonna be a crazy, crafty decision. He is 4-1 in his last 5. Roman Kopylov is 2-3 in his last 5. Roman Kopylov looks like he's taking a downhill. So give me Matuto. And he beat up Tresean Gore. And we saw Tresean Gore kill Azamat Bekoyev. Azamat Bekoyev got killed by Tresean Gore. Even on the feet, on the grappling, everything, he got killed. So yeah, give me Marco Tulio decision. And Marco Tulio beat up on Tresean Gore. He knocked him out, TKO. But give me Marco Tulio decision. I don't think he's gonna TKO Roman Kopylov. I think he's gonna decision. I don't think Kopylov's been knocked out, at least, ever. I don't think he's been knocked out. So, yeah. On to the prelims. Jim Miller versus Jared Gordon. Both of them lost their last fight. The difference is Jared Gordon got ran over by a car. Jim Miller didn't get ran over. I'm going to skip past this fight. I'm not going to lie. Just give me Jared Gordon decision. I think he's going to... he's just going to go way quicker than Jim Miller. I think Jim Miller's going to look really flat and really slow and really, really smudgy, and really frail and everything. So, yeah, give me Jared Gordon like a decision win, I'm not going to lie. He TKO'd Thiago Moises, though, and Thiago Moises, he arguably beat Gage G Money. So, yeah, give me Jared Gordon decision, honestly. Give me a decision. Next one, Grant KGD versus Mateusz Rembecki. This is a hard fight for me to pick. Both these fighters did not look good in their last fights. Man. Mateusz Rebecki's on a 2-fight losing streak to Ludovic Klein. Ludovic Klein is cheeks. And Chris Duncan got killed by Renato Moicano. Grant Dawson got killed by Manuel Torres, terribly. Grant Dawson got killed, bro. That knockout, look at this. This knockout was insane. So, give me Grant Dawson decision, though. Mateusz Rebecki, I think he's going to have it for him in the first round. He's going to be bringing the pace on him. He's going to be putting it on him. But when he gets taken down, that's when he starts going into cardiac arrest and he starts, dying. So, yeah, I think Mateusz Rebecki was a kind of a fraud coming into his career. So, yeah, I think he did beat up on a lot of these guys, but he has went over Mictabek, though. Mictabek and Grant Dawson are kind of the same fighter, kind of smudge, but I think Grant Dawson, he does have high-level wrestling for the division. He just doesn't have a chin or his stand-up. So, yeah. Give me Grant Dawson decision, man. I think going to put it on Mateusz Rebecki. Yeah. Next one. Joel Alvarez, Donde Estoy versus Yaroslav Amosov. Joel Alvarez did not impress me fighting the ghost of Vicente Luque. And Yaroslav Amosov, I believe he subbed Neil Magny the fastest anybody has ever subbed him. So, yeah, give me Yaroslav by sub. I think he's gonna put it on him. But man, Joel Alvarez is very long, and he has the height again against these guys. He's not that tall. I just don't know. The UFC matches him up against very small opponents for him. But man, Yaroslav looked like a beast, and he trains with Usyk. So, man, it's very hard. He does have longer leg reach than Joel, though. Joel has pretty long legs. So, but man, that reach is probably gonna be a problem to Yaroslav in the beginning. But I think he catches him. I think he marauds his way to beat Yoel. Yoel is very flimsy. He looks very flimsy. He has a very frail body. Yeah, I think he's gonna look like Donde Estoy again. Give me TKO round 3. I think he puts the pressure. I think it's a gritty war. And I think Yaroslav edges it out. TKO takes him down and starts pounding him out. Joel gives up his back and just both hooks in, just getting beat up. So, yeah, give me Yaroslav, man. The featured prelim. Oteba Gautier versus Ozzy Diaz. Ozzy Diaz is going to blow the roof off. He's gonna knock him out in the third. He's gonna knock out Alteba in the third. It's gonna be like Yusri versus Mansur. He's gonna be beating up Alteba. Alteba looked terrible against Andre Puliev, man. And Andre Puliev is frail. Andre Puliev backs down. We've seen Andre Puliev look like super frail. So, man, and Ozzy Diaz beat up on Jordan Santos. Jordan Santos was locked in a fucking cage, bro. Locked in a cage growing up. And honestly, a lot of people bring up that Ozzy Diaz lost to Ming Yang Zhang. That was on short notice, bro. And Ozzy Diaz looked like a killer against Jordan Santos. He was just not backing up. And I think when you fight guys like Alteba, guys that are bullies like Mansur, you know, those type of guys, and you back them up, they don't know what to do. They never fought in the back foot. That's why a lot of these guys, they look terrible. Like the KO Wizard, he's 0-2, and he was killing people. When you back these guys up, they don't know what to do. So, man, give me Ozzy Diaz round 3 knockout. I think he's going to put the pressure. He's going to be shooting from every side, launching punches from every angle, and Alteba's not going to know what to do. He's not going to be able to read anything that's going on. I think Ozzy Diaz is going to put it on Alteba. I think he's going to make it. I think this plus 700, anybody who's betting, they're going to be very happy with the outcome Saturday night. So, yeah, man, I'm not going to lie. Alteba's going to be getting the pace put on him. He's not going to know what to do. He's going to be trying to swing those hooks. He arguably lost to Andre Puliev. And he fought bums, you know. He fought Jose Medina. He fought Tristan Vines. Tristan Vines got his cerebral cortex snapped. So, yeah, I don't know. And he beat Robert Valentin. But Robert Valentin, he looked terrible up until his fight with Julian LeBlanc. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Alteba hasn't impressed me at all. So, I think he's very plant, too. I think he's very industry plant by the UFC. So, yeah, give me Ozzy Diaz, round 3 knockout. Ozzy Diaz has only lost. His only losses really are to Ming Yang Zhang, Joe Pyfer, and he got knocked out in the regional scene. But that's different. His last 2 losses are to UFC prospects, bro. Although Ming Yang Zhang did get his leg like snapped off by Johnny Walker, he was still a prospect, bro. And that was a main event. He got knocked out by Joe Pyfer. Joe body bags, man. He killed Izzy right now. So, yeah, I don't think Alteba has the type of grittiness that these guys do that have beat him. You know, Ming Yang Zhang is a gritty fighter. Joe Pyfer's gritty. And I don't think Alteba has that, man. I don't think Alteba, he has those type of things that can make him win. So give me Ozzy Diaz, round 3 knockout. Lock it in, round 3 knockout. He blows the roof like a TKO, drops him limp and just beats him up. So yeah, man. Give me Ozzy, round 3, TKO. On to the main card. Opening the main card, we got Jeremy Stephens versus Queen Green, man. I think Bobby Green has fooled a lot of these people with that two fight win streak, thinking, oh, okay, yeah, man. Bobby Green's beat up on Lance Gibson. Lance Gibson killed Chase Hooper. He beat up on Daniel Zellhuber. I think Jeremy Stephens, his last UFC loss was to Mason Jones. Mason Jones has been on a tear since, killing guys like Balagioki and Axel Souza. You know who he couldn't kill? Jeremy Stephens. He had to wrestle against Jeremy Stephens. People forget, man. So, yeah, I think Jeremy Stephens, he's going to put that pace on Bobby, and Bobby's going to get caught with those hands down. Going to get knocked out. Give me round 2 knockout. Jeremy Stephens going to knock his head loose, bro. He's going to knock his head loose, bro. I think Jeremy's going to have it. I think Jeremy's going to be able to kill him. So, yeah. Give me Jeremy Stephens round 2 knockout. Bobby Green is very flimsy, very terrible. Although his losses are to Patty, Rufy, you know, those are his last 2 losses. He fought Jim Miller and Lance Gibson, Daniel Zellhuber. I think Jeremy Stephens is levels ahead of those guys. And they share the same arm reach. So, yeah, man, I think Jeremy Stephens is going to put the Marauder towards him, just like he was putting out Mason Jones. Mason Jones had to start wrestling, bro. Wrestling against a guy who's fighting at bare knuckle. So, yeah. Give me Jeremy Stephens round 2 knockout, man. This fight was hard for me to pick. Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley. Both coming off embarrassing losses. Sean Brady knocked out Michael Morales. Joaquin Buckley losing his 4-fight win streak to Kamaru Dean. I think Sean Brady, A lot of people overlook that loss. They say, oh, he got knocked out terribly. He couldn't shoot on Michael Morales. Joaquin Buckley ain't no Michael Morales, bro. He ain't. Stop saying that shit, bro. Got beat up. He was getting beat up by Colby Covington, bro. He was getting beat up. He got fucking switch kicked and shit. So, yeah, I don't know, bro. I think Joaquin Buckley, he frauded his way to that star power that people think he was, bro. I mean, he beat Luque. And Luque, you know what I think Luque does, bro? He only tries against the guys that he thinks he can beat. We didn't see him looking this crafty like how he did against Themba Gorimbo and Kelvin Gastelum against Vicente. He pulled guard against Buckley, bro. He pulled guard against Buckley. So I think Luque, if he thinks he can beat you, he's going to try. But if he doesn't, I think he's just going to look stupid and start pulling shit out his ass. So, yeah. And he quit against Joel Alvarez, bro. So, yeah, I don't know what's up with Luque. And then he beat Nursultan Ruzaboyev. Nursultan Ruzaboyev was getting beat up on the wrestling, just started throwing illegal axe kicks on his back and just started chomping his face off. Next thing was Stephen Thompson. He was getting beat up. Those 2 rounds till he caught him with the big meaty hooks. And I think big meaty hooks ain't going to work when you fucking... I just don't think he has the athleticism that Michael Morales has too, man. I think he's very just relies on the strength, the brute force. But Sean Brady beats up on guys like that, man. He beats up on guys like that. Next one, he fought Colby, but that was a doctor stoppage, and Colby was putting it on him. Joaquin Buckley was getting slower and slower on those reactions. So, yeah, man. And Sean Brady, his only 2 losses are to Michael Morales and Belal Muhammad. Who says the only people who beat Sean Brady are UFC champions? Michael Morales hasn't touched the belt yet, but he's coming close to there. So, yeah, I'm going to lock it in. Round 2 sub. I think Sean Brady gets that sub. I think he beats up Joaquin Buckley like how he beat up on Leon Edwards, bro. I think that's how it's going to look. I think Buckley is going to look terrible. He's going to look terrible. Because, dude, against Kamaru, he looked terrible. He could not stuff a takedown. He couldn't, dude, even on the feet, he couldn't do anything. He was beating up on bums, bro. I just don't think Joaquin Buckley has that power that everybody says he does. I don't think he's the future contender. I think he would have gotten beat up by Ian Gary, bro. I think they saved him by not giving him Ian Gary. And they tried to save him by having him fight Colby, having him fight Kamaru, and it didn't work. They tried to fraud his way into a title shot. Like, they're frauding these guys, bro. So, give me Sean Brady round 2 sub, dude. Who says not round 1 either? Sean Brady comes from Philly. Those guys are crazy. Dude, we just saw another guy from Philly, Joe Pyfer, kill. He killed Israel Adesanya, not only on the feet, and the grappling too, bro. He beat him up. Who says Sean Brady's not going to do the same thing to Joaquin Buckley? Kamaru already beat up on Joaquin. He showed his weaknesses at welterweight. He can't wrestle. If he can't bully you, he's not going to be able to do nothing, dude. Give me Sean Brady round 2 sub. That's enough, dude. Enough of these frauds coming into these shallow divisions thinking they can take anything. They're not. Because when they fight a guy like Sean Brady, a gritty wrestler, they don't know what to do. Give me Sean Brady round 2 sub, dude. On to the next fight. Alexander Volkov versus Waldo Sasaboy Cortes Acosta. Waldo Cortes Acosta is a deadbeat. I think Volkov is going to put on a classic Volkov performance. Teeps, body kicks, mixing the boxing. I think it's going to be very easy. Very close, 30-27. Maybe 29-28. Volkov mogged him in the face-offs. Yeah, I think he's going to beat up Waldo Cortes. I think this fight could go both ways. I think any outcome would be good. Waldo winning would be okay. UFC heavyweight prospects still here, and Volkov's still here. Arguably beat Cyril Gane in his last fight, and Cyril Gane beat up on Tom. So yeah, and he'll have 40 wins. Would be cool. So I'm gonna go Volkov. I was gonna say Walter Walker. Alexander Volkov. Decision 29-28 or 30-27. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like how he lost the kickboxing match to Sergey Pavlovich. So yeah, give me Volkov decision. I think he's gonna look like how Sergey Pavlovich did against Waldo. I think it's gonna be just a boring 30-27. Not boring. I think it's gonna be crafty, but it's not gonna be the fight people think it's gonna be. So yeah, give me decision, Volkov. On to the co-main event: Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira. They both share the same opponent. Brandon Royval. Brandon Royval got beat up by Joshua Van, but Brandon Royval beat up on Tatsuro Taira. But if you look at their wins, their 5 fights are about the same, honestly, if you think about it. Joshua Van fought Cody Durden. Tatsuro Taira beat Carlos Hernandez. Joshua Van beat Ray Soroya. A lot of people try and compare that fight that Ray Soroya is like Tatsuro Taira. Dude, Ray Soroya was striking like iCarly. So I don't think people should say, and his whole gimmick was that he was cornered by a WWE wrestler. Ray Soroya looked terrible in that fight. Looked like shit. Joshua Van looked like shit in that fight too, I'm not gonna lie. Second Tatsuro Taira was Alex Perez. Alex Perez was fucking whipping that ass on Asu before he got a fluke and got subbed. But he was beating up on Tatsuro also, man. So it's kind of scary what the boxing looks like. But these guys are veterans, you know. They didn't give a guy Alex Perez to Joshua Van because Joshua Van would have gotten tested. He got beat up by Zalglas. So yeah. And then he loses to Brian Royval. Wow, Joshua Van beats Bruno Silva. I think Bruno Silva is the easiest fight in the division. I think if you want the easiest fight, you say, give me Bruno Silva, man. And then Tatsuro's 4th fight was Hyung-Sung Park, Peace of Mind. 1 minute I held the key. Next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my castle stands upon pillars of salt and pillars of sand. He subbed him. It wasn't really. It was kind of just like I want to see what this guy Hyung-Sung Park does against Tatsuro, but he got beat up. And Joshua Van beats Brandon Royval in a crazy fight that people said was fight of the year. That was a pretty good fight, but I think Brandon Royval, he didn't shoot any knee up the middle. He wasn't doing the classic Royval. He kind of got caught in the swing and bangs. So yeah. And then Tatsuro TKOs Brandon Moreno, and then Joshua Van wins the title. The way he won the title was so fluky. He was getting outstruck 20 seconds in. So I don't think his Myanmar boxing or his Houston style. I'm going to knock him out, guys. Let's go, Myanmar. Stand the fuck up. No. I think Tatsuro, I think he beats that ass on Joshua Van. I think a lot of people are overlooking Tatsuro because of his loss to Brandon Royval. But, dude, Brandon Royval that was a 5-rounder. Joshua Van only fought Brandon Royval 3 rounds. So, I don't know. I think Joshua Van is he's gonna think, oh, it's gonna be easy in the first couple for Joshua. He's gonna maybe get taken down. He's gonna be bouncing back up. But in those later rounds, Tatsuro's gonna be still calm and cool, and Joshua's gonna be saying, oh fuck, he's gonna be gassing because Joshua Van gasses. He gasses. That's one thing we know against all these guys. Against Energy, the way he lost was because he was breathing out his fucking mouth and shit. So, dude. And against Edgar Chairez, he was breathing out his fucking mouth, dude. So, yeah, I'm not going to lie. If Tatsuro puts that wrestling pace on Joshua Van will fade and he's going to crumble. We're going to see a sub round 4. I think he's going to be able to bounce back on those takedowns. He's going to be bouncing back up. But in the later rounds, it's going to be, oh, okay. I can't just be smiling on the ground trying to get up and looking cool for the cameras because this guy's beating my ass already. This guy already popped my face and I have blood coming out of my mouth, popped my lip and everything, busted my lip. So, yeah, I think Tatsuro's going to sub in round 4, dude. I don't think this is an easy fight the way people say. Joshua Van is losing on the reach crazy, too. We've seen him get beat up. He got beat up by Energy because of the reach, bro. And he's losing a 5-inch reach against this guy, even leg reach. Bro, who says Tatsuro doesn't put the boxing on him? Who says Tatsuro doesn't beat that ass on the boxing, bro? So, yeah, give me Tatsuro round 4 sub, dude. I think he's going to beat the shit out of Joshua Van. I think Joshua Van, it's going to be like, like a Cody Durden, like a Cody Garbrandt type of fall, dude. I just think the way he won the belt was just so fluky. Like, okay, yeah, you get the champ. You become the champ, but now it's time to let it go and give it to a real fighter. Give me round 4 sub. I hope Tatsuro snaps his arm in half. I hope Joshua Van takes a break for 3 years and he comes back on the fucking prelims to fight fucking Emanuel Rodriguez, and Emanuel Rodriguez knocks him out. So, yeah, give me that. Give me that. Tatsuro Taira, round 4 sub. On to the main event. Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland. Khamzat has formed the Sinister Six to beat Sean Strickland with guys at Santos Studio. And, man, Sean Strickland just doesn't look good. People forget he's 3-2 in his last 5, dude. Although he did lose to Dricus in those 2 fights, Khamzat beat Dricus. Excuse me. And he beat him bad. I'm not gonna lie. He dominated him on the wrestling. Okay. Sean Strickland won a split off of Paulo. And he TKO'd the 40-year-old guy who's doing the pothead gimmick with like 2 kids. So I don't know about what we think about this guy. Fluffy. So yeah, and Khamzat Chimaev already revealed that he was supposed to fight Jiri at 205, but it just fell through. So yeah. I think Khamzat's gonna beat. I think a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Strickland's not the guy to quit," or "Strickland's not the guy to just let himself get beat up." Dude, we've seen Strickland got his ass beat by Dricus for fucking like almost an hour straight already. Like, this guy was running. Once you start running, you lose your manhood in the cage. That's why Asu has never been the same since he went running. That's why CJ Rodgata was never the same since he went running. Once you turn your back and you start running, okay, you can get that win back. But when they bring it towards you again, you're going to get those flashbacks you running. And I think Sean Strickland's going to run. I think he's going to try. I think it's going to be like the Robert Whittaker finish. I think he's going to try, teep. Khamzat Chimaev's going to shoot in, take that back, and when he gets that backpack, it's nap. And we're going to hear him make him tap, make him tap. Yeah, I think Sean Strickland's going to get his ass beat, bro. People who say Sean Strickland won't tap, I think he's going to tap. I think he's going to break his jaw, going to say Majol's fucked. So, yeah, give me Khamzat Chimaev round 2 sub. I think he puts it on him in the first. Man, but who says he doesn't TKO Sean? Dude, Sean has been knocked out already. Dude, who says he doesn't take that back, sink in both hooks, and just starts pounding on him? Just starts pounding him. So, yeah, give me Khamzat round 2 finish, honestly. Maybe round 1. I'm not going to lie. With the way it's going, he could sub him in round 1. So, yeah, give me round 2 sub, though. Give me round 2 sub. Yeah, give me Khamzat Chimaev round 2 sub, bro. All right, now for the lock of the weeks. I'm giving you guys Jose Calcifer to win by knockout or by anything. And then next, Pat Sabatini to win by sub or to win by anything. And that's it for today, guys. Let me know what you think about my picks and my predictions and my lock of the weeks in the comments. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.